Lawmakers have finalized their budget proposal, which means talks with Governor Ned Lamont will move into high gear with a little more than a month left in the session. NBC Connecticut political reporter Mike Savino joins us live in Hartford to break this all down. And Mike, how close are lawmakers and the governor on this?
Well, Amber, remember that we already have a 2-year budget in place. So what lawmakers are doing this session is making changes to that second year. And Democrats said today that Governor Ned Lamont's budget proposal back in February was a good starting point for them as they approached their Finance, Revenue and Bonding and Appropriations Committee deadlines this week. But even with all of that, they're still about $150 million above what the governor proposed. So first, let's take a look on the spending side. The proposal that Democrats approved today along party lines would increase Medicaid reimbursement rates for medical providers. It also increases spending in a few areas above the governor's proposal, like $31 million for education aid and $22 million for transportation. Of course, spending is only half the puzzle, so let's take a look at some of the key points on the revenue side. This proposal that was approved today would take $650 million in surplus money from volatile revenues and set that aside. $150 million of that chunk would go to prepaid teachers' pensions for next year. The other $500 million is set aside for some kind of tax relief. We don't know what that would look like yet, but remember, the governor in his proposal initially said, let's put that money aside for a one-time tax rebate. Other things that Democrats approved today include expanding tax credits for farmers and, once again, trying to get a capital gains tax. That's something Lamont has remained opposed to. Now, Republicans objected to this budget proposal. They noted it's just $16 million under the spending cap, and that's even after we plan to prepay pension payments next year. Senate Republicans want to take the entire $1.6 billion volatile surplus and pay for deeper tax cuts. Republicans in the House today said they're going to put out a budget proposal of their own soon. It will have what they acknowledge as more modest tax cuts, but ones they think are more sustainable.
Our colleagues have heard from their constituents that they need help, and they need some foundations and solid foundations and funding.
When I look at this budget proposal, it's pretty clear to me that Democrats have overpromised the state of Connecticut, and they're under-delivering today.
So obviously a lot of moving parts with just over a month left in session, especially since there's so many competing ideas for how to spend that $500 million. Now lawmakers will get revised fiscal forecast for the rest of this budget cycle on April 30th after the state has counted all the tax income from this current year. But if lawmakers want to wait until that point, they really don't have much time after that, as the session ends on May 5th. Live from the Legislative Office Building, Mike Savino, NBC Connecticut News.